Vinny, yeah, we'll just check how Naby is, because we're hearing reports that the family have suffered a bereavement.
Vinny, let's just be careful with that, because there's still news coming out. We're not going to use the football performance. We're not going to be talking about people dying until it's confirmed in the area. It's not responsible. This is being streamed live.
Yeah,
okay?
sure. I
So
was just checking whether
in mind,
you've had any news on it. So.
No. Do you want to ask a question that's related? I'm just saying that obviously we'll get information from Naby, but this isn't an environment for football managers to talk about.
And I got information a second ago, pretty much, so I cannot say anything about it.
Fitness-wise, then how is Naby? And
He trained.
And Jordan, has he got a chance for Atletico next week?
Yeah, but not for Bournemouth. Unfortunately, Shaq is not involved yet, and unfortunately, Ali is out. Yeah, Mr. Alisson had in training before the Chelsea game. Little incident. We all thought it's nothing. Was clear will not play anyway. The plan was that he's on the bench, and then there we thought, oh, come on, we don't have to take any risk, and so left him out of the squad. Scan next day, and I found something, and so now he's out. We'll see next week, for sure. Next week, yeah, next week for sure, and then we'll see.
What has he done?
Muscle.
Muscle.
Slightly in the region, in the hip region. Small muscle. You could all do your work still, but a professional goalkeeper, there's a slightly different. So that's the situation.
The last time before now that you lost 3 of your last 4 games was the end of the 2017-2018 season. So does it have little impact on confidence when you've been so consistent since then? Or does it mean a bigger job for you to lift the players, because it's almost like a shock to the system when you have that kind of run form?
It's a mix of all of that. So, of course, winning gives you confidence, losing costs you confidence. That's completely normal. You start thinking about different things. But it's how you said, okay, it's a long while ago, but one defeat feels like 2 defeats. It's not a massive difference. So it's just to how you get back on track immediately, on the result track if you want. And you can do that only not by hoping that things are now clicking even better than the game before. So you have just to work really hard. You have to fight back on track. That's always like it is. It will never be different. And that's what we have to do all together on Saturday. So tomorrow, not even 24 hours, we have to do that as a unit with our supporters together. And yeah, just not waiting for the perfect moment, just working for a very, very good moment, another good moment, a better moment, a perfect moment, a super moment, whatever, exactly working for that, being perfectly protected. Because the way opponents play against us is not new. It's not new, they do it, I don't know how long, feels like always, but it's like they have a defensive block and go for counterattacks and use set pieces, stuff like this. Bournemouth especially dangerous around set pieces, always good. I think they scored around about 50% of their goals from set pieces, so which is quite an impressive number. So we have to be 100% spot on there. We have to play football. We have to play the way through, to force the way through, to accelerate, to switch the side, use small spaces to create big spaces, and we have to be perfectly protected because of the counter-attacking threat with King, Wilson, and Fraser especially. So that's a job to do, and that wouldn't have been different if we would have won the last few games. So that's the same, but just we want to fight, and that's what we have to show.
I have to ask about this because it's obviously impacting on the Premier League now, with the fair play handshake having gone. Liverpool obviously won't be having mascots on the pitch now either for the foreseeable future because of the coronavirus outbreak. The possibility of playing games behind closed doors is being talked about as well. What are you being told? What information are you getting day to day as regards this, Jurgen? And what advice, what protocol are you actually following?
So what I know is, and my answer will not change to what I said after the Chelsea game. It's just of course we get information every day as a person, for all, we all see the news and stuff like this, but apart from that, depending the Premier League or our games in the Premier League, we trust the things they tell us. So that's what we do. no handshakes or no handshake, no mascots or no mascots. And if there are some from our club, some additional things to do, these people sit together the whole week and think about what they can do to decrease the probability to get infected. And so that's it, and that's what we try. Nothing changed here really, apart from, why should you give a handshake in times when it obviously is not the right thing to do? So it's not that difficult to change that. Apart from that, we have to do the normal stuff. But how I said, after the Chelsea game, people with more knowledge, people who think much more about it, who want to find solutions for all of us, if they make decisions, then we trust and hope and trust that they are the right decisions, and we follow them. Easy as that.
You can set a top-flight record of 22 home wins in a row. How proud does that make you, and how much has Anfield, when you first arrived as a manager, is it bigger and more crazy than you expected in terms of the fan support?
Yeah, it's much bigger, but I realized that already a while ago. Yeah, Anfield, the influence and impact of Anfield is much bigger than I thought. But look, that's the situation. We never really thought about statistics and stuff like that. But in this moment, it doesn't feel like we won the last 22, and that's how defeats change the things. That's how it is. We would never and have never ignored the things that happen to us, result-wise, injury-wise, whatever. We just have to. We have to create an atmosphere tomorrow again. We have to use the atmosphere then. But for that, everybody needs to have the right mindset, our people as well, because it's a situation. Not only we lost as a team, lost 3 of the last 4. Our supporters lost them as well, and it's about the reaction. So really fighting back with an atmosphere which will be really exceptional. We face an opponent with Bournemouth who is fighting with all they have for the league now for months already. Had a really tough period with a lot of injuries. These boys are pretty, not all of them back, but a lot of them are back, and especially their front line is now back what they usually for sure saw before the season, which will be the front 3, even they played a different system before. But now they are in a tough moment, and we respect that. But and we wish Bournemouth, by the way, and anyhow all the best, but not in the game tomorrow. So that's how it is, and that's about. It's not about records. It's about really winning the next, making the probability as big as possible to win the next football match, and that's tomorrow, and that's what we prepared for, and that's what we want to show.
And I know you always look at one game at a time. You have a big week domestically and in Europe next week. Would getting a win tomorrow give you that momentum, and how important is that ahead of what's to come?
Look, you can't hope for a momentum. You have to work for a momentum, and that's what we want to. And it's then. So in a moment we are completely focused on nothing else than the game tomorrow, and and after that we have 3 days. So it's the comfortable space between 2 games with Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday for preparing the Atletico game. Yeah, and then we will try everything in that game. But is there momentum? Momentum, you never have it for long. It's there for a moment, and then you have to work again for it and again for it. It just feels in some moments it feels easier, but it's never easy. It's always difficult, and that's would be great. I want to win that game tomorrow anyway, so it would be great if we could use it, and let's hope and work for it that it will happen.
Could you just check on Alisson? What kind of time frame are you looking at? Have you got any chance for Atletico?
No, I said it already, next week not. That means Atletico.
Beyond that,
sorry?
Well, obviously the Merseyside derby's beyond that. Has he got any chance of being fit for that, do you think?
Look, I don't want to say no, but I don't know if he will be available for that. He's not available for the next week. Not for tomorrow and not the next week. And then we have to judge the situation new. I would say after the international break, he's back 100%, and whatever we can get before that, we will see.